Hello, dear friends. Welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Emilia, and I'm here with my co-host, Brian. Today, we're diving into a topic that's essential for anyone looking to improve their English skills: how to build a consistent writing habit in English.
That's right, Emilia. Writing is one of the most powerful tools for language learning, but it can also be one of the most challenging to stick with. In this episode, we're going to explore practical tips and strategies to help you start, maintain, and enjoy a writing habit that will take your English to the next level.
We've got a lot of great content lined up for you today. We'll be sharing our thoughts on why writing regularly is so important, how to overcome common obstacles, and even a real-life dialogue between two friends who are working on their own writing habits. We'll also break down 5 key vocabulary words and phrases to help you along the way.
So, whether you're just starting out or you've been trying to make writing a habit for a while, this episode is for you. Let's get started.
So, let's dive into today's main topic: how to make a writing habit in English. Brian, why do you think writing is such a crucial part of language learning?
Writing is really the foundation of solid language skills. When you write, you're not just practicing vocabulary and grammar. You're organizing your thoughts, making connections, and deepening your understanding of the language. But like any skill, the key to improvement is consistency.
Exactly. Consistency is everything. If you write a little bit every day, you'll see gradual improvement over time. But starting a new habit can be tough. How would you suggest someone begin to make writing a daily routine?
The first step is setting clear, achievable goals. Start small. For example, commit to writing just a few sentences or a short paragraph every day. Could be about anything: your day, a thought you had, something you saw. The important thing is to start with something manageable so that you can build confidence and momentum.
I love that approach. It's less intimidating when you break it down into small, manageable tasks. Another key is to create a specific time and place for writing. When it becomes part of your routine, like brushing your teeth or having breakfast, it's easier to stick with.
Definitely. Having a dedicated time and place can make a huge difference. And if you ever feel stuck, using writing prompts can help you overcome that initial hesitation. Sometimes, just having a topic or a question to answer is all you need to get your thoughts flowing.
Prompts are a great idea. They take away the pressure of coming up with something on your own. But what about when someone writes something and feels like it's not good enough? How do you stay motivated?
That's where feedback comes in. Sharing your writing with others, whether it's a teacher, a friend, or even an online community, can give you valuable insights and encouragement. Constructive criticism helps you see where you can improve, but it also shows you what you're doing right. Further, knowing that someone else is going to read what you've written can be a great motivator.
Feedback is crucial. It's important to remember that writing is a process, and everyone starts somewhere. Also, trying different types of writing can keep things interesting. You could keep a journal, write short stories, compose emails in English, or even start a blog.
Variety is key. It prevents you from getting bored and helps you practice different aspects of the language. And don't forget, the goal isn't perfection. It's progress. The more you write, the better you'll get.
Exactly. It's all about making writing a regular part of your life. Whether it's a few sentences a day or a longer piece once a week, the important thing is to keep going. The results will come with time.
So, to sum up, start small, be consistent, use prompts if you're stuck, seek feedback, and mix up your writing activities. By following these steps, you'll be well on your way to developing a strong writing habit in English.
Great advice, Brian. Let's move on to our next segment, where we'll hear how our two friends, Lisa and Liam, are applying these tips in their own lives.
Hey Liam. How's everything going with your English practice? I remember you were trying to build a writing habit.
Hey Lisa. Yeah, I've been working on it. I started keeping a daily journal, and I try to write in it every evening. But honestly, some days it's really tough to stick with it.
I totally get that. I've been trying to write more regularly too, but I've had my share of struggles. What's been the hardest part for you?
Well, some days I just don't know what to write about. I'll sit there staring at the blank page, and it feels like nothing comes to mind. It's frustrating because I want to make this a habit, but I don't want to force it.
I know what you mean. I had the same problem at first. What helped me was using writing prompts. I found a list online, and now whenever I feel stuck, I just pick a prompt and start writing. It takes the pressure off having to come up with something from scratch.
That's a good idea. I hadn't thought about using prompts. What kind of things do you write about?
Anything, really. Sometimes it's just a description of my day, other times it's a response to a prompt like write about a place you'd love to visit. It doesn't have to be perfect or long, just enough to get the words flowing.
I like that approach. I think I'll try using prompts. What about getting feedback? Do you share what you write with anyone?
Yeah, I do. I have a friend who's also learning English, and we exchange our writing every week. It's really helpful to get another perspective, and it's encouraging when someone else acknowledges your progress. Plus, knowing that I have to share it with someone motivates me to write more often.
That sounds great. I've been thinking about sharing my journal entries with someone, but I've been a bit nervous about it. I guess I just need to take the plunge.
Definitely. The first time is always the hardest, but it gets easier. And remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about improving over time. Just take it one step at a time.
Yeah, you're right. I think I'll ask my friends if they'd be up for swapping some writing. And maybe I'll start trying different types of writing too, like emails or short stories. I've been sticking to journaling, but mixing it up could be fun.
That's a great idea. I've found that doing different types of writing keeps things interesting and helps with different skills. You'll learn so much just by trying new things.
Thanks, Lisa. You've really given me some good ideas. I'm feeling more motivated to keep going with this writing habit.
No problem, Liam. We're in this together. Let's keep each other on track and share our progress.
Deal. I'll start using prompts tonight and see how it goes. Looking forward to sharing my progress with you.
Can't wait to hear about it. Let's keep pushing ourselves and make this writing habit stick.
Now that we've covered some great tips for building a writing habit, let's dive into our vocabulary segment. We'll look at 5 keywords and phrases that came up during our discussion, and we'll explain how you can use them in your own writing.
First up, we have the word consistency. This word means sticking to a regular routine or pattern. For example, consistency is key when developing a new habit. In other words, if you want to improve your English writing, you need to practice it regularly without skipping days.
Great word, Brian. Our second word is prompt. A prompt is a topic or question that inspires you to write. It gives you a starting point when you're not sure what to write about. For instance, using prompts can help when you don't know what to write. Prompts can be a lifesaver when you're facing writer's block.
Speaking of writer's block, our third phrase is constructive criticism. This refers to feedback that helps you improve by pointing out both your strengths and areas for growth. An example sentence could be, sharing your writing with others can lead to constructive criticism. It's important to remember that constructive criticism is meant to help you, not discourage you.
Absolutely. Feedback is so valuable. The fourth word is routine. A routine is a regular way of doing things, like a habit. You might say, establishing a writing routine can help build the habit. By having a set time and place for writing, you're more likely to keep up with it.
And finally, we have writer's block. This term describes the condition where a writer is unable to produce new work or ideas. is a common challenge for anyone who writes regularly. For example, overcoming writer's block is crucial for consistent writing. When you experience writer's block, it's important to keep writing, even if it's just a little bit.
These are all really useful words and phrases, Brian. I encourage our listeners to try using them in their own writing practice. The more you incorporate new vocabulary, the stronger your language skills will become.
Exactly, Emilia. Building a strong vocabulary is just as important as practicing writing itself. Keep these words in mind as you work on your writing habit.
Well, that brings us to the end of today's episode of the English Learning Podcast. We've covered a lot of ground on how to build and maintain a writing habit in English. From setting small goals and creating a routine to using prompts and seeking feedback, we hope you've found some useful tips to help you in your writing journey.
Absolutely, Emilia. Remember, the key to developing a writing habit is consistency and finding what works best for you. Whether you're just starting out or looking to refine your skills, the most important thing is to keep writing regularly and enjoy the process.
We'd love to hear how you're applying these tips in your own writing practice. Feel free to reach out to us or leave a comment. Your feedback and experiences can help others who are working on their writing habits as well.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Up next, we'll be exploring a new topic that will further support your English learning journey. Stay tuned for more exciting content.
Thank you so much for listening to the English Learning Podcast. We appreciate your support and hope you found today's episode helpful. Keep up the great work with your writing, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Goodbye for now and happy writing.